The collective Biden administration seems intent on destroying the entire human species before Trump can even think about taking office in January of 2025. Joe Biden has authorized the use of long-range ATACMS missiles for Ukraine to be used to strike within Russia's territory. What does this mean exactly, and why are people saying this is World War III? Earlier this year in September, Vladimir Putin issued an update to the nuclear doctrine. He said, the updated version of the document proposes that aggression against Russia by any non-nuclear weapon state, but with the participation or support of a nuclear weapon state, should be considered as a joint attack on the Russian Federation. He said the conditions for the launch of Russia's nuclear weapons would be reliable information about a massive launch of aerospace attack means and their crossing of our state border. We reserve the right to use nuclear weapons in the event of aggression against Russia and Belarus. This isn't the first time that the collective Biden administration flirted with the idea of letting Ukraine use its ATACMS missiles to strike into Russia's territory. On September 13th, one day after Putin made his update to the nuclear doctrine, Keir Starmer was pressuring the collective Biden administration to allow Ukraine to do just that. But something had happened. The world had intervened in such a way where they said, no, don't allow Ukraine to use its long-range missiles to strike into Russia's territory. But something different happened this past week. Donald Trump won the election, and now there is an existential threat to NATO's future. Back in July, just before the assassination attempt on Donald Trump happened, Joe Biden had made a statement saying that we are going to Trump-proof NATO. What exactly does that mean? Does that mean embroiling us into World War III right before Donald Trump can even take the presidency? Is the Biden administration trying to set the grounds for declaring some kind of martial law in order to not give up power and not allow the new incoming administration to take over? These are the kinds of questions and inquiries that the American citizenry has to be asking itself. The greatest risk of nuclear annihilation comes from us. That means the responsibility to stop it must also come from us. And that is what the campaign was all about. Our run against Richie Torres was never about trying to seize one office here or there, but trying to wake up the collective consciousness of Americans everywhere to stand up and declare their independence from war, from pestilence, from poverty. And that's why we continue the campaign process. We are here to tell you, declare your independence from war and think sincerely and deeply, how do you want to act in the next 2 months? Because we may not see a Trump presidency. So your actions could be decisive in a world right now where everybody's actions could either tip the scales towards peace and coexistence or total annihilation.